something happened that no one expected. Have you heard about what happened with sisters Abby and Brittany Hensel? Do you want to know the latest news about their lives? Then let's go. Abby Hensel, one of the famous Hensel twin sisters, caught the public's attention on March 27, 2024, when news broke about her marriage to Josh Bowling, a U.S. military veteran. Abby shared a video from her wedding on TikTok, and photos of the happy newlyweds were posted on Facebook. So, what do we know about Josh Bowling? On his social media profiles, Josh presents himself as a man of faith, a father, a husband, a former military member, and an outdoor enthusiast. He is raising a daughter from a previous marriage, who now calls Abby her new mom. The family spends a lot of time doing things together, such as cooking and exercising. The Hensel twin sisters, despite the unusual circumstances, quickly found common ground and enjoy joint activities such as running and yoga, demonstrating amazing synchronicity of movements. The family is also into traveling, as confirmed by the numerous photos on Roche's account. Abby Hensel revealed that her twin sister Brittany Hensel was not among those who signed the marriage certificate at her wedding to Josh Bowling in 2021. Although Brittany, with whom Abby shares the lower half of her body, was indeed present at the ceremony, her name was missing from the list of witnesses, according to a document published by TMZ. Instead, their sister Morgan Hensel served as the maid of honor. In addition to information about the witnesses, the document states that the ceremony took place at the Jerome Conference Center in Delano, Minnesota, and the young couple was officiated by a similar sister. The wedding took place on November 13, 2021. Among other things, it became known that 34-year-old Abby changed her last name to. The document became public a week after the press reported that Abby secretly married Josh. It remains a mystery how exactly the couple met and when their relationship began. Neither Abby nor Brittany are sharing the details of how the marriage works between conjoined twins. The debate surrounding Abby Hensel and Josh Bowling's marriage have inevitably led to discussions about whether Josh can be considered a bigamist and whether his connection with Brittany constitutes cheating on his wife Abby. Such questions probably come up for many people when it comes to marriage between conjoined twins. However, for the Hensel sisters, this question has long been settled. They respect each other's personal lives. For the Hensel sisters, however, the issue has long been resolved. They respect each other's personal lives. When Abby spends time with her husband, Brittany uses a sleep mask and headphones to tune out. This approach has become the foundation of their harmonious life as conjoined twins. The medical community confirms that using such devices allows one of the sisters to temporarily tune out from what's happening. However, since they share the lower half of their body, both sisters experience the same physical sensations. But psychologically, of course, the emotional aspect of the experience differs. However, since they share the lower half of their body, both sisters experience the same physical sensations. Emotions differ. Abby feels moments more intensely. Brittany seeks happiness on dating sites. Abby, being married, experiences these moments much more vividly. As for Brittany, she's also looking to find her own happiness and is actively using dating sites in search of a partner. The charming Hensel twin sisters had previously expressed a desire to become mothers, but as soon as they spoke about it out loud, a wave of negativity immediately surged. The questions that arise in society touch on a variety of aspects. Who will be the official father of the child? Will the second sister be considered the mother, the aunt, of the baby? Even details like possible morning sickness spark a lot of debate. Abby dreams that her marriage will bring her the joy of motherhood. In that case, Brittany will also take part in carrying the baby. Identical twins are two identical organs. If one girl has a child, that child is related to the other. She is both mother and aunt. So, she simultaneously plays the role of both mother and aunt. Accordingly, all the sensations during the pregnancy will also be shared, experts explain. Nevertheless, the possibility of pregnancy is still a topic of discussion. According to Abby, they plan to have kids, but they're not ready to share the details of that process just yet. As of now, there have been no recorded cases of pregnancy in conjoined twins with a similar anatomical structure. However, the family bliss didn't last long. Previously, Josh was married to a woman named Annika, who gave birth to their daughter Isabella, who turned 8 in 2024. Notably, the girl is well acquainted with Abby and even attended her father's wedding, holding a sign that read, "Dad, here comes your bride." But suddenly, news broke that Josh might have another child with his ex-wife. The couple split in 2020, and Annika gave birth to a baby girl shortly after the divorce. The woman claims that the baby is Isabella's half-sister. In October 2023, Annika filed a paternity suit, claiming that Josh may be the father of her 3-year-old child. After several months of proceedings, on April 19, 2024, it was revealed that Josh was exonerated in the paternity case. The genetic test showed that he is not the biological father of Annika's second child. Abby and Brittany Hensel were born on March 7, 1990, in Minnesota, USA. The birth of these conjoined twins came as a complete surprise to everyone, as no ultrasound had indicated a multiple pregnancy, and the doctors didn't notice any abnormalities during the pregnancy. Medical staff did not show the newborns to their mother for a long time due to anxiety. However, the parents immediately fell in love with their daughters as soon as they saw them. The birth of Siamese twins is often associated with great difficulties, and only about 1% of such couples survive the first year of life. Abby and Brittany's fate turned out differently. In 2024, they turned 34 years old, and it seems that their health is relatively good. These young women are well known for their openness in discussing their lives. They first appeared on television in 1996 on The Winfrey Show, and then in 2012 became the stars of their own reality show on TLC. The question of separation surgery was never seriously considered, as it posed a significant risk for both sisters. Moreover, Abby and Brittany themselves are against such an intervention because they are used to always having someone close by. The story of the sisters from Minnesota is truly unique. Moreover, Abby and Brittany themselves are against such an intervention because they are used to always having someone close by. The story of the sisters from Minnesota is truly unique. Each of the twins has their own heart, stomach, and a pair of lungs. Their spines are connected at the tailbone and linked by sections of ribs in the chest area. They each have 2 separate spinal cords. At birth, they had a small extra arm, which was later removed through surgery. All the organs in the pelvic area are shared: the intestines, bladder, and reproductive system. The circulatory system is also shared, so any impact on one sister affects the other as well. They share 3 kidneys. 2 are on the left, and 1 is on the right. Betty Hensel, the mother of the twins, found out about the twins only during labor, completely unprepared for this event. However, she and her husband immediately decided to keep their daughters just the way they are. We immediately realized that our daughters are true miracles. The doctor suggested separating the twins, but the parents refused this risky procedure because there was a high chance of losing one of the babies. As they grew older, the girls developed differently, going through several surgeries, including a procedure on Abby's spine due to Brittany's growth stunting. Today, Abby is 4 inches taller than her sister. Each of them feels limited to her own half of the body, except for a small area of overlap in the middle. Today, Abby is 4 inches taller than her sister. Each of them feels limited to her own half of the body, except for a small area of overlap in the middle. The twins have mastered the art of synchronized movements, intuitively understanding each other's actions. They learn to play the piano, swim, and ride bikes together. Doctors believe that there are neural connections between the sisters that provide such harmony. It seems like they can read each other's minds, finish each other's sentences, and even feel thirsty at the same time. Abby and Brittany Hensel show outstanding teamwork skills. Each of them controls her own arm and leg, so even the simplest tasks require coordination. They use separate plates while eating. One holds the fork, while the other has the knife, cutting the food, and then they take turns feeding each other. Walking is challenging. Brittany is shorter, so she goes on toes. They run, swim, bike, and play piano well. Because of this, Brittany's calf muscles are significantly stronger than her sister's. Nevertheless, despite all the challenges, the girls have learned to run, swim, ride bikes, and play the piano just as well as each other. However, the functions of their bodies are different. The first serious problem arose when Abby started growing rapidly at the age of 12. This threatened to cause a rupture and affect the entire chest cavity. The doctors managed to slow down this process, but Abby was already 4 inches taller. Brittany had to walk on her toes to avoid limping. What's especially impressive is how their brains work. They often say the same phrases at the same time. When one of the sisters yawns, the other automatically covers her mouth with her hand. As they type on the computer, they act as one, intuitively anticipating each other's thoughts and feelings. If they have the same opinion on some issue, they use the pronoun I in correspondence. If they have differing opinions, they call each other by name. Their illnesses also manifest in a similar way. For example, Abby has been hospitalized twice for pneumonia. The differences are also noticeable in their personalities. Abby is an introvert who values the comfort of home and is afraid of heights. Brittany, on the other hand, loves loud gatherings. There are differences in their food preferences. Abby can't stand milk, while Brittany drinks it without a problem but absolutely refuses to eat meat and fish. Choosing clothes can be tricky too. It's tough to find an outfit that works for both sisters. The girls also learn to drive. In their teenage years, they took their theoretical and practical driving tests separately. According to Minnesota state laws, each of them had to get their own driver's license. The Hensel sisters, Abby and Brittany, grew up in a small town with a population of just 300 people. Here, their unique appearance didn't surprise anyone, but in the rest of the world, the girls' lives were full of challenges. People constantly stared at them, pointed fingers, and asked awkward questions. Some even thought it was one person, moving their head. That's why their parents supported their daughter's desire to express their individuality from a young age. They attended a regular school, where their classmates often looked at them with curiosity. The girls tried not to attract unnecessary attention, studied diligently, and made friends. Their parents protected their daughters from participating in medical experiments, believing that their development should happen naturally, without constant medical supervision. During school exams, the sisters were kept under special surveillance to prevent the possibility of exchanging answers. Abby was better at science, while Brittany preferred the humanities. Each sister had her own movie ticket and birthday cake. If one got into trouble, only she was punished. Both have unique personalities and preferences. If one of the sisters misbehaved, their parents would punish just her, even if the other was involved in the situation. Both girls have their own character, their own preferences in food and clothing. Abby was known for her confidence and neatness, while Brittany was more of a dreamy, creative type. Despite these differences, the sisters always managed to find common ground. Disagreements between them rarely arose, and if a compromise could not be found, they resorted to drawing lots. Abby and Brittany Hensel have overcome many challenges in their lives, but their desire for education and professional fulfillment has proven stronger than any obstacle. After much thought, they chose Bethel University, where they successfully completed their studies. Later, they participated in the TLC show Abby and Brittany, 22 years old, which captured their preparation for college and their trip across Europe after graduation. After graduating, the sisters started working as elementary school teachers. At first, they worked part-time, but since 2017, they switched to full-time. In 2024, it became known that the twins were working in a fifth-grade elementary school. "Math and the sciences are my strong suit," Abby explained, while Brittany is more focused on literature, reading, and things like that. Despite having to split one salary between the two of them, they continue their work with enthusiasm and a love for children. Parents and students support them, seeing them as a model of resilience and strength of spirit. The sisters' mother is convinced that they will succeed, as they have always had a natural way of connecting with kids who are drawn to them. The story of conjoined twins Abby and Brittany Hensel is a shining example of resilience and the pursuit of happiness in the face of adversity. Today, Abby is happily married. Let's wish her the best in finding her soulmate. That's all for today. Bye everyone.